Hi there everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Prestige Liquids. My name is Andrew, and as always it is fantastic to have you here with me again on another whiskey tasting video. If you're a returning subscriber, then thank you for joining me again. If you're a new viewer, then thank you for joining in. Make sure that you hit that subscribe button and also the bell notification so that you can stay up to date with all future content. Now, in today's video, I'm going to be reviewing another of the Riverbourne distillery whiskies. This one is sorry, excuse my mumbling. This one is the Riverbourne Ultimatum. Again, following along the whole, I guess, Jason Bourne series. So yeah, Riverbourne Ultimatum. Now, again, this is something that I hate to do, but I'm going to have to. Unfortunately, the notes that I've given myself to have a look at today, I've put them on a piece of paper that's very hard to read, so I'm going to read off some of my keynotes that I have on this piece of paper right here, so bear with me for a bit. So, bit of background information. Now, the Riverbourne Distillery was founded in 2015 by head distiller and owner Martin Pye. Again, Riverbourne is a New South Wales distillery that is located in Gingera, New South Wales. They have the advantage of being able to use locally sourced spring water, so again, absolutely fantastic for whiskey production. Now, having a quick look on the Riverbourne website, I found a little interesting, not just one, but a few interesting facts about this particular whiskey. Now, the website is stating that this particular whiskey has used it is a hand mashed whiskey, and it has also been made with a deeper cut during the spirit run. This has been done to help give the whiskey a greater richness. So I'm very curious to see how this is going to turn out. Now, again, this Ultimatum series, in some ways a bit similar to the previous one. The identity, it has been aged using two 50-liter French oak barrels that previously held red wine from the Napa Valley in California. So those barrels have been on a bit of a journey. These particular barrels have been scraped, recharred, and recoopered, and then had Virgin American oak put onto the heads of these barrels. So we're going to get a lot of diversity and some great flavors coming through in this whiskey. So I'm looking forward to diving into it and seeing what I get. That's enough of this. I'll pick that up later and let's get in with the review. Alright guys, so let's pour a little bit. That will do. I've got to have something left over to say when I'm putting up the videos. So again, I would like to point out that Martin, the owner of the distillery, has sent me these samples, but also knowing full well that I would only give my own 100% opinion on this. So again, he was very gracious and still sent me these samples. So again, thank you, Martin. I have been enjoying these. Alright, let's get on with the nosing and let's see what we get. Okay, so the nose is very sweet. I'm getting a lot of sugar notes, like very sweet and fruity sugar notes, similar to the syrup that you kind of get in in canned peaches and apricots, like that type of fruity sugariness. There's some definite oak barrel influence coming there, so that's, yeah, very nice wood influence. It's not too overbearing. There's a lot of whiskies that you can get that can tend to be over oaked. This is not. This is very, I guess, like fruit dominant at the start, and then those slight wood notes come through. Very well balanced. There's a very faint pepper note coming through, again with a touch of salt as well. It just keeps going. There's some notes in here that I'm trying to pick, but I'm kind of having trouble trying to decide what they actually are. Again, there's a certain maltiness that's coming through again, so I guess very similar to like cereal grains. I guess the easiest way to describe it, I guess, would be like cornflakes. So if you're familiar with the scent or the scent of cornflakes, that's probably the easiest way for me to describe this at the moment. Very thin honey as well. Like I said, there's just something that keeps coming and coming and coming. It's just one of those noses that just keeps expanding. I think if I was to let this sit for a bit, even more will come out. So actually, let us try something. I'm going to add a dab to my hand, like so, and let's see what we get. Yeah, more sugars, definitely, like raw sugar. Yeah, it's such a sugar. It has such a sugary nose. I'm really surprised. Okay, but really, really enjoyable. Um, this, I have to say, in appearance is a lot thicker in comparison to the Identity. This has some very thick legs going on in the glass, and that color is just a nice deep golden honey color as well. Very pleasant to look at. It is just a really nice even coating around the whole glass. That is absolutely beautiful. Very, very thick. All right, let's get on with the palate, guys. Cheers. Wow, that has such a thick and rich mouthfeel. Uh, Man, it's absolutely beautiful. You get this nice mouth coating that comes along. It doesn't linger it doesn't linger for a long time, but it's so flavorsome. I would say that the mouthfeel is probably short to medium, but what it gives you in that initial tasting is just this nice punch of flavor. It's not something that where it's like a it's not like a thin mouthfeel where you take that sip and then it's gone and you're left with nothing at all. The ABV of this again is 48%, so it's at that perfect sweet spot for me. I love my whiskeys at that ABV. Okay, like I just said, it's a perfect ABV level. Um, yeah, okay, now let's see what we're getting on with the palate. Alright, yep, very fruity. Apples. Um, Again, those sugars are coming through. So again, like those tinned peaches, the sugar, yeah, the syrup in like your canned peaches, and again, more of those cereal grain notes are coming through. So yeah, very corny without it being tacky. So again, yeah, those cornflake notes are coming through, and peanuts. Yeah, definitely. There's some strong nuttiness going on as well. So a nice peanut note following through with like a touch of macadamia. Those barrel notes are coming through really nicely at this point as well. Uh, Again, very woody, more of like a wet wood note, if that makes any sense to you. And it just keeps going. It's absolutely fantastic. I have to say, I'm really enjoying the mouthfeel of this. I think this is probably one of the nicest mouthfeels I've had in a whiskey for a long time. Um, yeah, it's great. Like, for want of better words, yeah, it is great. Like I said, it's not too long, it's not too short. It's just absolutely perfect. It's just such a well balanced experience. The finish, again, yeah, medium finish. Uh, it has this nice length to it where those peanut notes are coming through again. Those fruity sugars that have been coming from the very beginning, from the nosing to the palate, they follow through again with the finish. You get that ever so slight woodiness that comes through. Yeah, I can't fault this on anything. This is such a enjoyable whiskey. I think if you're able to find this anywhere, and unfortunately those of you who are overseas would find this quite hard, but those of you who live in New South Wales or Australia, and your local bottles, and if any you have any local bottle shops that do have a good range of Australian whiskies, I highly recommend this. This is an absolutely incredible dram, and I'm sure you will really enjoy it. I'm in love with this at the moment. Absolutely brilliant. Martin, thank you, mate. This is an incredible whiskey, and this is something that everybody should be trying. So, guys, if any of you have watching this, and if any of you have tried this before, please leave me a comment down below and let me know what you think. I have set up a playlist for my Riverbourne reviews, so I'll put that in the description down below as well, so you'll also have direct access to the identity review. But yeah, again, please, I'll leave it at that. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you all again in the next video. Give this.